Nanami's fingers stopped above the charm bracelet on Ayaka's nightstand. She recognized every charm. She had been saving for one exactly like it.
That bracelet. I was going to give Haruki one just like it for our anniversary.
She moved the bracelet aside. Underneath lay a folded receipt, dusted with Ayaka's perfume. The receipt was from the jewelry store downtown. Date, last Tuesday. Paid in full by Haruki Takashi.
Haruki. He bought it for her, not for me.
The air left Nanami's lungs. Her hand rose to her mouth, trapping the scream clawing up her throat. She shoved the bracelet and receipt into her jacket pocket and closed the drawer with a quiet, deliberate click.
My own sister. And my boyfriend. For how long?
Nanami stood in the silent room, the shadows of Ayaka's glamour pressing down. The favoritism she had swallowed for years now tasted like poison.
You'll both learn what it feels like to be discarded.
As Nanami retreated from Ayaka's room, her mind dragged her back to last spring, when trust still seemed unbreakable.
This ring is a promise, Nanami. I'll always be by your side.
He slipped the thin silver band onto her finger under a shower of cherry petals. She had never felt more seen.
Ayaka, your photo shoot made the front cover. We're so proud of our star.
At the other end of the table, Nanami pushed her food around. Her own achievements, top grades, a spot on the honor roll went unnoticed.
My mystery date is so much fun, Nami. You'd never guess who.
I never guessed, because I trusted you both.
The evidence was always there, buried under the weight of her own desperate need to belong.
How long did they laugh at my expense? A year? More?
She had defended Haruki countless times. When he missed dates, she claimed student council duties. Now she saw the truth. The next morning, Nanami drifted through the school corridor like a ghost. A crumpled flyer in a wastebasket stopped her. She unfolded it. The glossy flyer advertised a summer modeling internship, prestigious, exclusive, and scorned by Ayaka as tedious.
Ayaka laughed at this opportunity. She called it a camp for ugly ducklings who want to play swan.
By afternoon, Nanami stood in the agency's sleek lobby. She filled out the application and was accepted into the program on the spot.
She threw this away. Now I'm taking what she discarded, and I'll make it my weapon.
Later, in her room, she faced her reflection. The old Nanami with the doubtful eyes. She opened a drawer and pulled out scissors. Dark locks fell into the sink. Each snip stripped away the girl who had been meek, trusting, and so easily betrayed.
By summer's end, I won't be the girl they pity. I'll be the threat they never saw coming.
She folded the crumpled flyer and tucked it into her suitcase, a reminder that the path Ayaka rejected would become her new road.
Goodbye, old Nanami. I'm coming back as someone entirely new.
Weeks later, Nanami stepped into a glass-walled studio that smelled of hairspray and ambition. She carried only a duffel and a promise to herself.
You have good bones, but you walk like you're apologizing here. You learn to own every inch of space you take.
Rai pushed her relentlessly. Posture drills, facial control, the art of a slow, deliberate smile. Nanami's muscles ached, but she never complained.
Every bruise is a lesson. I'm not the forgotten girl anymore.
By midsummer, Nanami could hold a room's gaze without a word. Ray stood back and watched the transformation with quiet approval.
The old you would have flinched. This version, she's dangerous. Use it wisely.
Dangerous. Yes, that's exactly what I need to be.
On her last day, Nanami took a new school ID photo. The girl in the frame had a sharp chin, eyes that measured, and not a trace of hesitation. She slipped the card into her wallet next to the old one. Two different people. One shared name.
Now let them see. Let both of them see exactly what they threw away.
The first day of the new term, Nanami stepped through the school gate and the courtyard fell silent. Haruki spotted her mid-stride. The council papers slipped from his hands and scattered across the pavement.
That's Nanami. She's completely different.
What has she done? She's supposed to stay invisible.
Whispers erupted. The quiet girl from last spring had been replaced by someone they didn't recognize. Haruki, scrambling to gather his papers, stumbled directly into her path. She didn't even slow.
Let him see what he lost. No, let him feel it.
She walked on, leaving him frozen in the hallway, the crowd parting around her like water around a stone.
She's up to something. I need to find out what.
By the end of the day, rumors had spread like fire. But Nanami had already won the first move. A week later, a notice went up. The school's annual charity gala would be hosted by the Takashi family. Their eldest son, Yamato, was attending.
Yamato, Haruki's older brother. The one who controls their family empire and Haruki's leash.
On the day of the event, a black sedan purred to the curb. Yamato stepped out, adjusting his cuff under the school's awning. From a second-floor window, Nanami watched Haruki hurry to greet him. The handshake was stiff, Yamato's smile paper-thin. She made her way to the garden path, timing her strides so that a stack of notebooks tumbled from her arms directly at Yamato's feet. He bent to help. As he handed her the last book, their eyes met, hers calm, his curious.
You're the girl everyone's whispering about. Nanami, isn't it? You aren't what I expected.
And what did you expect? A shadow? I've outgrown that role.
Refreshing. The charity gala is understaffed. Come as my guest, I'd like to see more of this version.
The bait was taken. Now the real game could begin. On the night of the gala, Nanami descended the staircase in a sleek black gown. Every conversation stopped.
No, that can't be Nanami. She looks like she was born for this. What have I done?
She's with Yamato. She took the one thing I couldn't get. This was never supposed to happen.
Yamato extended his hand. They glided onto the floor, and a dozen cameras captured the sudden power couple.
Nanami, wait. This isn't you. I still love you. Please, just talk to me.
Nanami didn't pull away. Instead, she leaned in and pressed her lips to his cheek, leaving a stark red stain.
You love whatever serves you. That mark? It's for Ayaka. Tell her I sent it.
Haruki stood paralyzed, the lipstick burning his skin. She walked away, heels clicking against the marble.
She marked him. That little nobody just staked a claim on everything I built.
By the evening's end, Nanami and Yamato were the story. The betrayers could only watch their carefully built world tilt. The photos from the gala haunted Haruki. From behind a menu in the cafeteria, he watched Nanami and Yamato laugh together, his grip crushing the paper.
I can't let her slip away. I have to stop this. Nanami, please. I know I messed up. Just give me a chance to explain.
Explain what? How you bought my sister a bracelet while promising me forever. I know, Haruki.
She slammed her locker shut inches from his pleading hands. He flinched as the metal echoed through the empty hall. He slid down the lockers, his perfect student council image crumbling into the dust he felt inside. Later, Ayaka caught Yamato in the corridor. She reached for his arm, her practiced sweetness oozing.
Yamato, I've always admired you. Can we talk privately?
He stepped past her without a word, not even a glance, leaving her hands suspended in empty air. That weekend, Nanami sat across from Yamato at a quiet cafe. A genuine laugh escaped her, the first in months.
This is supposed to be a performance. Why does it feel like it could be more?
After school, in the empty classroom where the councils met, the cracks in their secret finally showed. Ayaka's voice cut through the silence, sharp and accusing.
You're supposed to have her wrapped around your finger, Haruki. Instead, she's humiliating us both.
You think this is easy? She found out. She knows everything about us.
Then do something. You're the student council vice president. Ruin her reputation if you have to.
I can't. I still have feelings for her. It wasn't all a lie.
Pathetic. You're exactly what I despise. A coward who can't own his choices.
I've lost everything. Ayaka will never stand by me now. She'll throw me away too.
From the hallway, Nanami heard every word. Her fingers curled into fists.
They're tearing each other apart. Good, but I can't afford guilt. This is justice.
She looked at her reflection in the dark glass of her window. The girl who had once wanted only love now craved something far colder. 2 days later, Nanami stood with Yamato in a deserted park, the autumn leaves crunching underfoot. The time for pretense was over.
I need to tell you the truth. I approached you for revenge, against my sister and your brother.
I know, Nanami. I've known from the start.
He didn't look angry. If anything, he seemed quietly vindicated.
2 years ago, I confessed to Ayaka. She laughed and told me I was nothing without my family's money.
So that's why he's been helping me. He's been waiting for his own revenge.
We're not so different. Let's finish this together.
They shook hands there under the bare branches, an alliance forged from shared pain. The handshake was firm, neither letting go too quickly.
I thought I was alone in this darkness. Turns out I've had a partner all along.
The revenge was no longer a solo act, but with Yamato as an ally, the game had just become far more dangerous. They settled on a park bench, the evening chill creeping in. Yamato pulled out his phone and showed a photo. Haruki's cheek, stained red.
I have to hand it to you. That kiss mark was inspired. Ayaka nearly choked on her champagne.
He's enjoying this as much as I am. Maybe more. It's just a start. I want them to feel the ground disappear under their feet.
Then we'll attend the shareholders' dinner next week. Together, let them see us unshakable.
Fine. But remember, Yamato, this is still just revenge for me. Don't let it become anything else.
He held her gaze a beat longer than necessary. A flicker of something warmer crossed his face before it vanished.
Understood. I'm not going anywhere.
That look. I need to be careful. My heart isn't a weapon I want to lose.
They parted as the street lamps flickered on, the next phase of their scheme already in motion. By Monday morning, Ayaka was weaving her poison. She cornered a clique near the lockers and spun a new tale.
Nanami is only with Yamato for his money. She's a total gold digger. I heard her bragging about it.
Within hours, the lies spread through every school group chat like a virus.
Perfect. Ayaka just handed me ammunition. Let her bury herself.
She forwarded the evidence to Yamato, who was already waiting at the boardroom.
These screenshots are actionable. Shut down the rumors now, or I bring legal action against the school.
By dismissal, the administration traced the accounts and suspended them. The rumor mill choked to silence. Meanwhile, anonymous documents appeared on the student council desk. They detailed Haruki's secret meetings with Ayaka.
They can't prove anything, but if this leaks, my position is gone. Ayaka will abandon me.
He walked out of the council room and slumped against the lockers, his future dangled by a rusted thread. At the Tanaka dinner table, Ayaka's smile was sharper than the steak knife.
I mean, really, Nanami? Are you sure Yamato isn't just using you to annoy his little brother?
Nanami's fork paused. Every nerve in her body hummed with the old pain she'd buried.
What? Cat got your tongue? You're not still bitter about Haruki, are you? We both know you were never enough for him.
Nanami shot to her feet. Her hands slammed the table so hard the water glass shattered.
You want the truth, Ayaka? Here's Haruki's receipt for the bracelet he bought you while he was still with me.
Father Tanaka choked on his wine. Mother clapped a hand over her mouth. The golden child's halo flickered. Ayaka's voice cracked. For the first time, the perfect daughter looked trapped. She shoved her chair back, the screech drowning out their silence. The door slammed behind her, rattling the family portrait. Ayaka didn't go to her room. She climbed to the attic, fury guiding her flashlight through the dust. She needed something, anything to tear Nanami down. Behind a stack of forgotten boxes, her foot struck an old chest. The lock had rusted open long ago.
What's this? Old family papers? Maybe there's something in here I can use.
Inside lay adoption documents, yellowed but official. A name caught the beam of her flashlight. Nanami Tanaka, legal ward.
Adoption? She's not my real sister? This is perfect.
Beneath the papers rested a handwritten will, tied with a faded ribbon. She broke the seal and read. The will was clear. All assets to my granddaughter, the true heir, Nanami. It was signed by their grandmother.
The true heir? All along that old woman intended for Nanami to have everything? This is better than I hoped. I'll expose her at the assembly. She's not even one of us.
She folded the documents into her bag and left the attic. The trap was set. The entire school gathered in the auditorium. Ayaka climbed the stage, microphone clutched like a weapon.
I have an announcement. Nanami isn't really a Tanaka. She's adopted an outsider.
A collective gasp. Students turned toward Nanami, waiting for her to crumble.
She thinks this will break me. She has no idea what she's just done.
Let her finish. The truth is about to surface.
But the document had already leaked. Someone read aloud, all assets to my granddaughter, the true heir, Nanami. The hall went silent. Jeers erupted. You tried to steal her inheritance. The golden girl's aura shattered.
This isn't happening. They're supposed to hate her, not me.
I don't need to speak. The truth is enough.
Ayaka stumbled off stage, the assembly dissolving into chaos. The golden child had fallen, and Nanami had not lifted a finger. Haruki followed her to the rooftop, his plea already forming before she turned. Nanami, wait.
I know I hurt you, but I ended it with Ayaka. I chose you, please believe me.
Chose me? You chose when it was convenient. You're not worth the breath I'm wasting.
I still have the ring. I never threw it away.
Keep it. Let it remind you of the person you broke. I'm done learning from you.
Haruki stood frozen, then crumbled onto the bench. The vast sky offered no comfort. As dusk settled, Yamato appeared. He leaned against the railing beside her, silent for a moment.
I heard you buried him. Twice. That had to feel satisfying.
Satisfying and terrifying, because I think this game is starting to mean more to me than revenge.
Her hand shifted on the rail. Yamato's fingers brushed hers, a feather-light touch. Neither moved closer, but the silence said more than a confession.
I can't keep using you, Yamato. The revenge is poisoning everything I thought I wanted. I started this to destroy them, not to drag you into something false. You're not a pawn.
It hasn't been false for me, not for a long while. So if revenge ends here, what happens to us?
I don't know, but I can't have you as a prop. You deserve better than a lie.
He took her hand, no longer a brush but a firm hold. The game was officially paused.
Then we stop. We figure out what this really is. But first, you need the whole truth about your family. Talk to your parents.
I will. Tomorrow. It's time I learned who I really am.
The next morning, a knock at her door. Yamato stood with 2 steaming cups.
Thought you might need this before you face them. You're not alone.
They drank in comfortable silence. The final revelation was hers to seek, but for now, a quiet ally.
I know I'm adopted, and I know about grandmother's will. I need the full truth. No more hiding.
You were the daughter of my late sister, a brilliant woman who left you her fortune. We brought you home as our own.
Grandmother adored you. She always said you were the light of our family. The will wasn't a secret. We feared Ayaka's jealousy.
She placed a worn envelope on the table. Inside, delicate handwriting spoke across the years. To my true heir, Nanami, you were always the one who would carry our name with strength.
So all this time, Ayaka's cruelty was born from the truth she could never escape.
Behind the door, Ayaka pressed her ear against the wood, her breath shallow.
I was the replacement. She was always the chosen one. Everything I did was pointless.
Her legs gave out. The foundation of her identity crumbled into dust as silent sobs racked her body. Nanami rose, the letter clasped in her hand. The weight of the past now rested in her grip, no longer on her shoulders. In the upscale school garden, where Ayaka once laughed with Haruki, she found Nanami waiting by the fountain. The sky had grayed.
Nanami, please. I know I destroyed us. I'll do anything. Just don't leave me like this.
You stole everything. My trust, my boyfriend, my place in this family. For years, you smirked while I crumbled.
I was jealous. Mother and father praised you in secret. The grandmother I loved chose you. I couldn't bear it.
And instead of talking, you took my boyfriend to your bed. You made me feel worthless. That wasn't jealousy, that was cruelty.
She looked down at the kneeling girl. For a moment, the old Nanami would have caved. But she wasn't that girl anymore.
I'm done. We're not sisters. We're strangers who happen to share an address. Goodbye, Ayaka.
She turned and walked away, each step echoing on the cobblestone. Ayaka's hand remained outstretched, frozen in the empty air.
Nanami!
The garden gate clicked shut. The last thread between them snapped, and only the fountain's murmur answered Ayaka's tears. The student council chamber fell silent as Yamato placed a thick folder on the table. Haruki's face drained of color.
Haruki Takashi, you've violated the council's code of conduct. Your service ends today.
He reached forward and unpinned the vice president badge from Haruki's blazer. The metal clattered onto the polished wood. Without a word, Haruki stumbled from the room, the empty badge-shaped shadow on his blazer a brand. Nanami stood at the edge of the courtyard, watching Haruki's walk of shame. The weight she had carried for months finally lifted.
It's not joy. It's just quiet. I'm finally free.
Later that afternoon, a familiar knock. Yamato leaned in her doorway, 2 coffee cups in hand.
I heard your sister left town this morning. Haruki's family is withdrawing him from school. It's really over.
It's over. And I think I'd like to see where this goes, without the games.
Their fingers brushed as she took the cup, and for a long moment, neither looked away. A new story was beginning. Weeks melted into months. In a sun-drenched room, Nanami turned a page of her textbook, the only sound the scratch of her pen.
When did this become my normal? Just studying, just existing without that ache in my chest.
A familiar knock. Yamato slipped inside, placing a steaming cup by her elbow. You forgot to take a break again.
I'm just not used to quiet. For so long, everything was noise and strategy.
This is the part you earned. Enjoying it isn't a crime.
Later, alone, Nanami pulled a drawer open. Inside lay an old photo of a timid girl with wide, uncertain eyes. She placed it beside the mirror. The reflection now held a calm strength that asked for nothing from anyone.
I used to fear I'd never be enough. But I was wrong. I was always enough. I just needed to find her.
She set the photo down and turned to the window. Outside, the city hummed with life, and for the first time she felt no need to chase anything. A small smile touched her lips. The revenge was over. Now, she was simply living.
Once, I woke up every morning planning their downfall. Today, I woke up and just wanted to see the sky.
She pushed open the door and stepped into the cool morning. The school path stretched ahead, empty and quiet. By the gate, Yamato leaned against the old brick pillar, his hand already extended, as if he'd known she'd come.
No strategy session today. Just a walk.
She took his hand. His fingers closed around hers with an unassuming certainty. They passed the garden where she'd last seen Ayaka. The flowers had been replanted. New blooms.
I used to need this garden to remember my pain. Now it's just a garden.
At the school gate, she glanced back. The building stood behind her, not as a monument of suffering, but as a place she'd outgrown. She turned forward and smiled. Not the sharp, calculated smile she'd worn for revenge, but something soft and real. No more chains, no more masks. She was home in her own skin.